ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Subnautica with Gasbeard, and we're once again in the Beard Moth Bay, where we're going to upgrade it using some of the stuff that we found in the last episode. Now, between that episode and this episode, I've been back down to the Jelly Shroom Caves, gathered a few more materials, made sure that I hadn't missed anything. I did find an extra PDA down there, which was a voice log, and I've come back. And the one thing that we are being blocked by on multiple upgrades is rubies. We have none. We need them. We're going to have to go get them. But before we can go get them, we're going to have to upgrade the Seamoth. So we want to put an improved depth module on it. We need to make use of this depth module Mark 1. So we take that off. And we go across to the vehicle modification. What's it? No, it's not that one. It's this one. Use this fabricator. Seamoth depth module Mark 1. Ah, it's not this one. It was this one. Yes, there we are. Look. We are going to make the Seamoth depth module Mark 2. Now, I've pre-made a plasteel ingot and an enamelled glass. Enamelled glass is easy. That's just a stalker tooth and a glass. A glass, of course, is made from 2 pieces of quartz. The plasteel ingot is a titanium ingot and 2 pieces of lithium. So, they're done. We've taken the Mark 1 depth module off the Seamoth, which, if you remember, it increased our depth from 200 to 300 meters crush depth. Let's make the Mark 2. And let's go put it in the Seamoth. Same procedure as before, just come around to the upgrade slots and move it across. There we are. Safe crush depth now 500 meters, which makes me feel a lot more comfortable in the Seamoth. We do need to go and do a little thing with hunger and thirst before we go out, and then we're going hunting for rubies. Now, I can't remember where we found those other rubies, but we're going to have to go back to wherever that was and see if we missed any. Right. If we... okay, so the front row of marble melons are not ready for harvesting. We'll take from the second row. And as always, the fourth one, harvest it for seeds, put them straight back in the tray. Okay, everything's at 100%. Let's get going. Now, I think where we found... what state's the Seamoth in? Oh, 79%. We need to do a repair on that. I think we found the rubies at that big piece of wreckage where we had to go back a couple of times, which is just over the drop-off. Let's have a look. Have we got a marker out for it? That's the twin media break. That's Lifepod 19. Proposed gassy habitat. I don't see a marker out for it. I'm sure I put a marker out for it. Never mind. I've made another beacon. If I can remember how to get to it.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
It's not going to be... oh, come on, I've just repaired the Seamoth. Give me a break. I think it's this way. I think it's to the northwest. Big wreck. There we go. That could be it. Oh, no. Ouch. Somehow I suspect it's not, but we'll find out. You end up with so many of these beacons that you really do need to give them names that mean something. coming out above the red grass. I've got a feeling this is not the wreck that we are looking for. Anything down there that could be rubies? I don't believe we went down this one. Hello. What are you? A time capsule. So, somebody's left us a gift. Floaters. Great. Not what we really wanted. Thanks whoever it was, but these are not really useful in any way. We'll just release them up there to attach themselves to rocks. Now let's have a look. This is going to be a very tight entrance. But we'll have a look, because there might be rubies hanging on the walls down here. It's the type of look. We're not deep enough yet, but it's the type of location where they will sometimes turn up. Got to be a little careful going in and out of here. This should lead to the same jelly shroom caves that we were in the last episode. If we were going to find any, they would be attached to the walls about now. I don't see any. No. So obviously rubies in the jelly shroom caves are no longer a thing. They used to be. It used to be one of the early game guaranteed finds for jellies. For rubies. Obviously not on this occasion. And yeah, that's the big wreck. That's not the wreck that we're looking for. Okay, where's the base? There's the base. And it's turned to night. Nighttime really shouldn't make a difference, but it just makes the game feel more ominous. Wow, that certainly has drifted a long way out from the base, hasn't it? A lot further out than I thought. Right, I think if we cut through here, we'll come to that drop off that I'm looking for. This may well be it. No. But it is. This could be it. This looks very much like it. Yeah, I think this is the one I'm looking for. Yeah, there's those floating sphere things. Now, I'm sure this is the sort of area where we were finding the rubies. Now, there's lots of quartz lying around, which I would like to get as well, and also sandstone, but I want to get the rubies before we do anything else. Wow, there is a lot of quartz around here. I'd also like a sample of that plant there. There's a ruby. I just seen one. And it's going to be pretty hot here. See the fumarole there? Ouch, ouch, ouch. Taking damage. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Get back in the Seamoth. Yeah. Definitely a high risk zone for getting anything here. Tons of quartz. Don't see any oh, hang on. There we are, rubies. And there was another one up here. Where's it gone? I saw another one on the cliff here. Lots of sandstone here. Maybe I was seeing things. Or maybe I'm just looking at it from the wrong angle. Let's get back in the Seamoth and check. Lights on the Seamoth are much more powerful than the flashlight. No, I was sure I'd seen two. Maybe it was one of those fishes that I saw. Alright, so that's 2 rubies. Ideally, we're looking to get somewhere in the region of about a dozen. Because we've got a few things to do with them. There's another one. That's going to be hot as well. I've lost the Seamoth. Where'd I put the Seamoth? There it is. Ouch. Temperature 59°C. It's not that hot. We've got to be careful here because we're in the sort of waters that leviathans like to play in. Right, come up around here. There's another one. You notice I'm not spending very long outside the Seamoth at all. And there's a warper down there. We want to stay away from him. No doubt at some point in this series a warper will get me. And then you'll be able to see why I want to stay away from them. Until I can get the Seamoth defense system built, they really are a pain in the butt. And of course now we've got the depth module on the Seamoth, we don't have to worry about how deep this wreck is. We can get down amongst it. And this must have been where I was finding the rubies before, around this wreck. There's another one. And they are much more thinly spread than they used to be. They always used to come in clumps of 3 or 4. Now they seem to only be coming as singles. We're getting a little bit shallow again. Wait a minute, we're going back towards that wreck. We've already looked at that side. Anything over here? Like I said, there's tons and tons of sandstone here, which could be yielding gold, diamonds, lead. Is that a pair of rubies there? Looks like it, doesn't it? Yep, it is. Way too narrow to get the Seamoth down. What's that? A uraninite crystal. Oh, we'll have that. That looks like another ruby down there. And another uraninite. There's another uraninite in there. And another pair of them there. Well, while they're being offered, we'll get them. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I made the ultra high capacity O2 tank, which extended our oxygen from 135 seconds to 225, which means that we get the option to stay underwater a lot longer, or stay out in the water a lot longer. I think this was where I left the Seamoth. Yeah, there she is. Loads of oxygen left, you notice, even after that little excursion. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the uraninite onto the Seamoth, because it's not something that we really need right now, although it's useful to have.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. It's useful to have, but I'm primarily after the rubies. And I want as many rubies as I can get my hands on. If we run out of area to search, then we'll come back, we'll get those shales and sandstones, and that'll allow us to get other materials that will be useful to us, but which we do have enough of that it's not blocking us from doing things at the moment, which the lack of rubies is definitely doing. So now, I'm sorry if my voice sounds a bit off. I'm loaded with cold that's come off a sore throat, making me very nasal. I do apologise. And I'm not seeing more rubies here. I think we've run out of the ruby zone. It may well be time to turn round, go back, get those shales, hope for diamonds. There is a load of crystal here. Oh, there's a ruby. There's a uraninite in there. There's another ruby in there. And oh, there's more. I'll take them while they're being offered. Silver. Silver's good. You need silver for wiring kits. There's a shale. Might be a diamond. It is. Right, back to the Seamoth. The sandstone down. Oh, there's a ruby that I missed. Look. Now, I did say I wanted a sample off one of these plants. I'm assuming I can get one. Yeah. How much space does that leave us? Got 9 slots left. Oh, fish. Sorry. Can't remember if we went in there or not. Don't think we went in that one because there's a piece of shale there. That looked like lithium, which is something else we've got to get more of. Well, we obviously didn't come in here. Oh, we need to scan that stuff as well. So there's more of it there. Let's just get the scanner out. Another diamond, all good. This is quite a long one. Right, well, I think that's... Oh. Inventory full. Oh no, I want that diamond. What have we got to drop? Nothing I want to drop is the problem. Actually, we've got tons of gold. I'm willing to drop the gold to get the diamond. And that means we need to make a bit of space, putting some more uraninite into the Seamoth storage. Leaves us 6 slots. I can go back in for that gold now. Oops. That's not where we went. Hello. Well, sure that's where we went. Oh. Okay. Unless it was that one. Might have been this one. Well, we've got a piece of gold anyway. There's a piece of shale. I think that was lithium.
30 seconds.
Ooh, yeah. Go back to the Seamoth. Right, this is turning into one very successful foray. You can see there's bits and pieces lying here that I didn't scan when we were last here. That's because they would only have generated titanium for us. Because they were blueprints that we already completed. Oh, and there we go. There's another. So that's at 200 meters. We're still seeing rubies. I didn't think they were available at this shallower depth. I thought they always favoured a deeper depth. Obviously I'm wrong. Always happy to be proved wrong if it helps me out. We need the Seamoth before we... But I'm sure we've been around there anyway. Right, so... That's a good forage around on... Ooh, and there's one of them nasty bone shark things. So let's head back to base. Get into shallow water. There's another bone shark. Head into shallow water. Get away from the risk of leviathans. Get back to base. And then there is a priority job to be done, which I want to show you. And that is going to secure the power for the base to allow us to become self-sufficient in water without having to harvest coral and all the other stuff that we're currently using for making bleach. Right, now the uraninite in the storage can stay there for now. It's not an urgent thing. What I do need to do is set a locker up to store it in, though. That's kyanite. We'll call this one uraninite. And we'll get rid of the uraninite that we're carrying. It's only a couple of pieces. Right, I want to make the thermal power generators.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh, okay.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Yeah, get off my back. Right, thermal plant. We need 5 titanium, 2 magnetite, and an aerogel. Aerogels... When I find them. 1 gel sack, 1 ruby. Right, now I'm going to have to put a load of stuff away. We're going to have to put some of those rubies in the cupboard. So... That's the ruby cupboard. We've only got 1 there, you see. So I want to make 2 of those generators. So we need to hang on to 2 rubies. That freed up a bit of space. Put the diamonds in their cupboard. That's lithium, silver, and gold. Okay, let's just get rid of that while we're standing here. Silver. Gold. Gold is full. Yeah, we were putting the excess gold in there. And that's lead. That's lithium. Very short on lithium. Oh, and I'll go plant that plant. Get that out of the way very quickly. What I've done is I've started a garden round here for exotic plants. These are the tall ones. That other one's not particularly tall. We'll put it in this one. Right. We'll have a look at that in more detail in another episode. Right, what did we say we needed for the thermal generator? Oh, wait a minute. Aerogel, gel sack, that's right. Okay, and as you can see, I've planted a tray of gel sacks. So, but for speed, I'm just going to take the 2 gel sacks we need right now. That's it. So that's 2 aerogels. And 2 magnetite and 5 titanium per. And 10. 10 titanium. We want 4 magnetite. Magnetite, and then the next thing that we want to, we may need one of these, which is a gold and a titanium. So what I'll do, I'll take those 2 spare golds out of there and take another 2 titanium. We can always put them back if we don't need them. And this is going to be tricky in the dark. Very tricky in the dark. Oh, ouch. Right. Okay. So base builder. One of them. And the hotter you can make this when you build it, when you position it, the better it works. 54C. We really want it to be closer to that vent. Wonder if I can get one on there. Won't sit on there. Okay. Ouch. The heat is getting to me already. They are kind of tricky to position. Okay, now just before we connect them to the base, even though it's going to make the episode just a minute or 2 longer than I want to, if we go into the base, top of screen you can see we've got 225 power in the base. That's from 3 solar panels. Now, if I put one of these pylons at a position where they are going to connect. There we are. And then that is connecting to the base, but I want to put another one of those in just to make a stronger. There we are. Got it. Right, so if we now go in, we did have 225 total power. We now have 725 potential power. Because it's thermal energy, it's continually generating. It's not reliant on sunlight like the solar panels. And so you can see the amount of power on the left hand number is creeping up at the top of screen, heading towards that maximum. That's given us a huge capacity on the base. So we can see the thermal generators down there working away quite happily. Now the other thing that I wanted to build before the end of this episode is this thing: 3 titanium, 1 copper wire, 1 aerogel. And again, as we know, aerogel is a gel sac and a ruby. Like I said, I'll reseed that tray between episodes. And a ruby. copper wire and 3 titanium. 3 titanium's not a problem. Copper wire we'll need to make. 2 pieces of copper. And where we're going to put the water making machine is in this room at the end. It was built specifically for it. We're going to put it up against that wall. It has to go against one of these walls, not against one of these walls. These ones, the plain walls, are for putting your windows in. These ones are for putting machinery onto or fitting reinforcements to. I'd actually like to put a reinforcement onto it before we put... In fact, we could put the... Now, I like the water filtration machine there, and I can see it from away down the corridor. You'll see why in a moment.
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah, we will in a second. Right, so... Base machines. No, not there. Might be in this one. No, it's not. There it is. Water filtration machine. So, fit it in there. Oops. There we are. And that took off a little bit of hull strength by fitting that, which is why I really wanted to put the reinforcement behind it, if it was possible to. Okay, now the water filtration machine, it will simply chunter away. You can see there on screen. I'll try and get that to a... There we are. Filtration progress, water 3%, salt 6%. It creates water and salt, and when it's finished making water you will see the bottle sitting here, and that's why I like to have it viewable from down the corridor, because you can see when it's finished making it. Now I'll need to put some lockers in here to start storing water in, because it will continually make water on its own while we're out and about doing other things. Now then, are these watermelons ready? They are.
Vital signs stabilizing.
We're going to need a second round of them. Hello, there's one missing. Why is there one missing? That's weird. There we are, almost 100% on everything. Sorted. Those marble melons will just grow back on their own. But you can see what I mean about being able to see where that bottle appears from all the way back here. Yeah, see it all the way back here. All the way from back here. What at the moment looks like a white or grey space in the middle of the machine will become black and white when it drops out the bottle. And the bottles we've been making using bleach, don't have any on me. You can see there 12-ounce bottles, half bottles, marked by the half full thing. The ones that come out of the machine are the bigger 20-ounce bottles, which give you 50 points of hydration, or 50% hydration from one bottle. So you can carry fewer of them, taking up less inventory slots, and get more hydration from them. That's why I use those. And there you are, see top of the screen, look, because the water filtration machine's in operation, power stored is moving between 724 and 725 of a maximum base capacity of 725. So those thermal generators and the 3 solar cells on the roof are keeping us at max power. At night time, when the solar cells can't generate, power will dip a little bit, but not hugely. I may need to put a third thermal generator down there. That's no problem. Okay, very productive episode. We've got a load of rubies, got a load of other bits and pieces, including that uraninite. I need to check it in here. Geological data. Magnetite is an iron oxide valued for its magnetic potential amongst other qualities, used in many Federation technologies including sonar and torpedo systems, essential for advanced fabrication. And uraninite, naturally occurring uranium oxide, highly radioactive and unstable. Its primary use is in the production of uranium reactor rods for nuclear generators. Assessment applications in nuclear power. Now, I have a feeling it's also used for something else. And if I very quickly look to see if we've gained a blueprint in the relevant area, I don't think we have. No. I'm waiting for it to turn up there, which is a I've forgotten the name of it now. It's a greenish liquid that we use when we're upgrading modules on the prawn suit. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been useful and you've enjoyed it, especially in terms of where to find rubies early game on those grey cliffs at about the 200 to 300 meter depth near the fumaroles. So obviously it's hot down there. You need to be a little bit careful. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments and questions down below, and I look forward to reading them and answering them. And I'll see you in the next episode. From me, Gasbeard, as always, it's not goodbye, it's just bye for now. Take care, everyone.